Breaking news report live from the jacuzzi. It is kind of that haven't had a chance. Check out Stick Rex blocker. Here, I'll show you why. It's because it could be a little clean, but kind of cut this jet because it is a little too high and it's a little too. Hopefully that does better here. It's not like better here. It's not like I'm stuck here. Shit. I'll be right with a little towel on it. Be right with you guys. Just kind of getting my shirt on here. And we're going to move on inside, so don't worry, the buffering will stop once we go on inside. Oh boy, oh boy. Camera's not facing me. Alright, good. We don't want the stream. One moment. Alright, cool. We're going to head on inside here really quick. I'm just going to... Thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah, right. You see my legs? Woo! Okay. Alright guys, we're heading to the office now. One moment, please. Just got to grab the speaker. And we'll be all set. I hope the, let's see here. Okay, so the buffering I hope stopped because I am on my Wi-Fi and I am inside, so. Alright, let me just grab my speaker and we'll continue this live coverage for you. And I apologize, thank you for the technical difficulty. I thought we could manage doing a little outside stream in the koozie, which would have been nice, but, you know, wasn't working out, so we're going to move on inside. I was just trying to kill two birds with one stone. Had a long day today, so said, hey, why not break the news and jump in the koozie for a bit, you know? Let me just shut the koozie down really quick. Don't want to leave that running. Off. Oh. Off. All right, that's off. And hopefully I'll be able to reach my speaker all the way over here. Okay. All right, almost there. Thank you for your guys' patience. I guess this lets everybody kind of get into the chat, right? Yeah, right. Just kidding. No, but thank you for your patience. All right. Moving on down to the Studio One. Jumping in the Studio One helicopter right now. All right, we're landing. Thank you for being for patience. All right. Let's turn on a light here because it's kind of dark here in Studio One. I thought we were going to have a few days off here in Studio One, but boy, oh boy, did that change very quick this afternoon. I'll tell you that. Woo-wee. I'll tell you that. All right, let's get the laptop set up here. Let's get this show on the road. Whoa. Kind of dropping stuff here, trying to do this in a rush for you guys. Sorry, we're almost there. All right, cool. All right. Hopefully you guys are all still with me. Hopefully I just wasn't talking to myself for the last 5 minutes or so. But I guess we'll find out here soon. Let's go. Let's see here. Front. All right, I'm going to set this up on my selfie stick here. Let's get you guys back on. Welcome, welcome. All right, so I'll switch this over here. I thought I had it to me. Okay, there we go. Cool. All right, thank you guys for your patience. Whew, sorry, I'm a little sweaty here. Still a little hot from that. So I hope the transmission's a lot better. We're now back on Wi-Fi. We're near the Wi-Fi little reception or transmitter thing. And we're back in Studio One. Got the Studio One official hat today. And let me just get a little closer because don't want the camera going for a down low view, if you know what I mean. Woo! All right. Flash, you didn't miss much of the hot tub stream. We're good. Okay, cool. Awesome. Thank you guys again for your patience. Let's get this show on the road, as they say, okay? Well, as many of you might have seen in the thumbnail, and again, I'm sorry, Boston Girl Bridget, good to see you. Actually, we have a little time. Let me say hi to some of our new viewers here. I don't want to be rude. John Jacobs, welcome to see you. Spectas, welcome to see you. All right. Actually, I'm going to use my other phone to do this here. That's the easiest thing, right? I don't know why I didn't think of that. All right. Cat Crazy, welcome. And on this phone, I can actually see all the jury members. So, welcome all the jury members. Candy Cane, good to see you. Sharon Sailors, good to see you. Hungry Heli Hippo Jerk, good to see you. Cameron, good to see you. Optic Shroom, Sweet Sativa. Samara S, Cosmic Crazy. All right. John Jacobs, good to see you. Amber Rain, If the D Fits, LLC. Ooh. All right. Let's see here. I think that's everybody so far. But, hey, let's be honest. Good to see you. If I did miss you, I'm sorry about that. But we're going to get this breaking news story going. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, wait, that's ESPN, sorry. All right, so, as many of you might have seen in the thumbnail, what you saw and what I'm about to show you here is coming from the OSCN.net, Oklahoma State Courts Network.net. This is the official website for the Oklahoma Court Network, and this is publicly accessed by any of you, okay? No secret access to get this. So if you want to access this after you watch this on the show, you are more than welcome to. Again, just start through OSCN.net. You're just going to need a first and last name. Be pretty creative. I'm sure you can find that. I'll give you a clue. First one's David. I won't tell you the last one. And you can look up everything that you're going to see here. My gosh, I'm still sweating from that jacuzzi. I apologize. I promise you. Woo! All right. So, with that being said, not only are we going to we're going to be taking a look at, obviously, the newest of the record from the last court hearing, what we provided coverage of. But through this same website, you can access all individuals from Oklahoma's court history and their records. So, have fun at it. It's pretty little biggie rabbit hole if you want to go down that route. I also have a video on my main channel that's also kind of hit on all the, misdemeanors and felonies Mr. Skimask has pretty much had since he was 18 years old. But like I said, you're more than welcome to check for yourself. And like I said, you can see every single record from that individual since pretty much they were 18 or since they got their first court charge after being 18. Now, in relation to this last court hearing, so some of you may not, be new to this. I'm sure a lot of you have been following the channel and know exactly what the last court hearing was for, but let's just hit on that really quick. Whew, sorry. Last court hearing, that was a couple of months ago, okay? And if you missed it, you can see kind of a little bit of coverage when I was there. Unfortunately, Skimask didn't show up to this court hearing. He actually committed probably a misdemeanor at that point, by lying, and it is contempt of court. He did lie to the judge and his lawyer and said that he had COVID, which obviously was a lie because he was live streaming all weekend, making threats that he was going to kill me when I got to Tulsa, yada, yada, yada. SoCal, thank you for gifting those 5 memberships. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And what happened is he didn't show up to the court hearing. Not a big deal. You can still find the court coverage from that hearing on my main channel. We actually covered it live, but it was an actual, virtual hearing, okay, at that point. But long story short, Mr. Skimask Andy was charged with 2 counts of assault and battery. One was a domestic assault and battery for kicking a door into his mom's shoulder and breaking her shoulder in 3 places. The second was for assault and battery on his brother. So essentially, he walked into his family's house one morning while his brother and parents were having coffee, didn't like where his brother's car was parked, assaulted his brother. The dad broke up the fight. Mother kicked Skimask out the door. As she's following him out the door to close the door, she goes to close the door. Skimask kicks the door hits mom, knocks her over, breaks her shoulder. And there we go. Police are called. Skimask takes off and runs, okay? Looks like we got a new member, Cosmic Crazy, to join the NJ Courts jury. So welcome. And Wanda Mom, welcome to the jury. But anyways, unfortunately, because the mother and father who were subpoenaed to show up did not show up, and again, we're not going to make too many allegations. This could have been under duress or not. But either way, the mom and dad didn't show up pretty much to back up their interview or their witness statements. And we've actually gone over those witness statements. Those are actually available on the website, through my channel. Let's see here. I know as a jury member, you guys can witness one of the witness statements, and we also did a show that goes over the witness statements. Boston Grove Bridget, welcome. Sweet Sativa, welcome to the jury. And I think I missed one more person before, but we'll shout you out. I apologize about that. But regardless, pretty much what stuck from that charge was the assault and battery on his brother. So Skimask Andy was given essentially a suspended sentence, okay? The suspended sentence, or had he not been suspended, had the sentence not been suspended, he was going to receive 90 days in jail. Joey Love, thank you for the $5 super sticker. I appreciate that, and I see it right here. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah, it's incredible news coming up. It's coming. So anyways, geez, Louise, I'm so sorry. Some of you are just joining, I promise. I'm not sweating like this intentionally. I just got out of the jacuzzi, and I'm still really warm. But anyways, let's see here. Going back to the story. So, okay. So pretty much what Skimask was given was in lieu of 90 days of jail, he had to show up to Tulsa's pretty much equivalent of probation. They call it the District Attorney Adult Supervision Office, okay? He had to report to that office. Pretty much, I think, within 48 hours of his virtual trial. Cat Crazy gifted another 5 memberships, so thank you so much. I appreciate that, Cat Crazy. Thank you for gifting those memberships. And so he didn't show up to his probation. He also had to check in with the Court Cost Administrative Office. Pretty much what that means is not only does he owe fees from his other court hearings that he never paid, which totaled up in about $4,000, with this last court charge, he pretty much added about another $400 to that. So I would say he probably owes around $4,500 to $5,000 at this point to the state of Oklahoma's court network system, okay? Now, he was supposed to report to this court administration office to make a payment. Literally a $25 payment, okay? So pretty much just showing a probation and making a $25 payment is all this guy had to do to stay out of jail, all right? Obviously, at 40 years old, he can't even handle that. Thank you for the new member that just joined the jury. Welcome, Brandy J. Looks like we just got a Cash App. And thank you for that. And just to let you guys know, if you do send through Cash App and want to stay anonymous, just write anonymous on there, and we won't shout out your name. Otherwise, I'll shout you out because I really appreciate your donation. But this was an anonymous Cash App for $10. So thank you so much. And it reads, thank you for all you do. I appreciate that, anonymous, and thank you for what you do. So, long story short, Skimask didn't show up to probation. He didn't make his first payment. He didn't even make the first payment on the original pay plan that he had to, okay? Welcome to our other new member. This thing's just going off, so welcome, and I'm sorry about that, but hey, I love to recognize the new jury members, so thank you, and welcome. But anyways, Skimask essentially didn't show up to probation. He didn't show up to the court cost administration hearing, didn't make his hearing, and the third thing he had to do was he was going to be given an anger management course that he had to sign up for, which he didn't do any of that, okay? So, long story short, what do you think was going to happen? I mean, it was kind of hard to tell because, boy, did this guy just seem to go on with live streaming himself like not one thing was happening, you know, not one worry in the world. Now, also keep in mind, just last week, we also just discovered that Skimask has active warrants in Wagner County, okay? And I appreciate everybody that corrected me. I was saying Wagoneer. It's Wagner County. He has 2 active warrants in Wagner County for similar charges, and we went over that last week, okay? And in addition to that, he also has active warrants in New Jersey, active warrants in Nevada. So, Oklahoma is just the first of his worries, all right? So, and you'd figure the guy wouldn't shit in his own nest, but he did. He screwed that up, and he screwed that up royally. So, you know, pretending to be like nothing was happening, well, things were happening, okay? Broken Arrow was being contacted of all the new threats that he's been making pretty much for the last month to multiple content creators, including myself. He's made threats to children. He's made threats to mothers. He's made threats just recently to killing animals now. And as a matter of fact, his last recent threat was he said that if he was going to be kicked off YouTube, he was going to go on a pretty much serial killer stalking mission in Minecraft, as he says, okay? Hi, Tammy. Welcome. Albert and Stella, welcome. But yeah, this guy has just totally been bonkers. And I think most of us came to the conclusion, as we saw in a lot of his videos, and we played also the clip of him doing that old Randy's been on some pretty hard drugs, other than the old Mary Jane, if you know what I mean. So this all was like a mixing pot of just shit, and it boiled over, all right? And just like I said, and man, I'm trying to think. I know somebody had clipped it, so here's another one for you. The dominoes are falling, right? I said, clink, one domino fell. Clink, the other domino fell. Clink, 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 clink. They're all falling, folks, and as a matter of fact, the dominoes have fell. All right? Woo! And I'm going to show you here. As a matter of fact, this afternoon, we were hit with 2 pieces of information. The first one was actually the information that came out that an application to revoke the suspended sentence was put in today. So pretty much that just means that, hey, they said, we're going to revoke the suspended sentence. He didn't show up to anything. So deal is off the table now. Once we arrest him, he's going to spend jail minimum for the 90 days that he owes us now. Possibly more, okay? So that was the first thing that went through today. Now, after that, the next step, and everybody was asking, and everybody was right. A lot of y'all, you know your court stuff, okay? Y'all said, well, the next thing that's going to happen or should happen is going to be an issue of a warrant for his arrest, a bench warrant, right? And that's exactly what happened, folks. That's the breaking news. Just as of about probably a couple of hours ago, if that, and let me show you here. And I apologize about this. It's just we're not on StreamYards. Otherwise, I'd pull it up on the, nicer version. But see towards the bottom, 4/10/2023, we got the application to revoke suspended sentence. And then if you look right underneath that, on the same date in blue, it says Judge David Guten order regarding application to revoke suspended sentence entered, bench warrant issued, bond set in the amount of $500. So let's just repeat that again. Bench warrant issued, bond set in the amount of $500. Dwayne, yeah, for some of y'all that just came in, I just got out of the hot tub jacuzzi, okay? It's 103 degrees in there, so I am sweating still. Sweating all those beers I had over the weekend, man. That's why I like the jacuzzi. My favorite's a sauna. I'm a big believer in that you can sweat out toxins, and that's why I love the sauna and I love the jacuzzi. So, he's going to be having a 90-day vacation. Might be a vacation for a guy like that. He might get a bigger room, He gets 3 meals a day, healthy meals. They're not, I mean, they probably don't taste as good, but better than the energy drinks and meatloaf sandwiches he makes himself, once a week. So, yeah, I mean, this could be possibly a 90-day vacation for him. But one thing I do want to clarify is that $500 bond is going to be a cash-only bond, okay? I can't say that for sure, but I'm 99% positive just based on my experience with this type of stuff. They're probably going to make that a cash-only bond. So it's not going to be a 10% or $50 from a bondsman. You think a bondsman's going to go through all that work just to make, $450? No. So they're going to make that a cash-only bond one, and that has nothing to do with the bondsman not working for it, but I'm just joking with that. But cash-only bond would mean that somebody's got to fork up $500, all right? Just the way it's looked, I don't think any of his last, 2 crazies can fork up $500, because I think in the last 2 days, Skimask only got like a handful of cash apps for a few dollars, which none of my business, but boy, you're going to need a lot of $1 cash ups to hit that $500 bond. So, yeah, you don't post 30% on a cash-only bond. So, yeah, I agree with you. Let's be honest. There should be no bond on a revocation. And you know what? Sometimes that'll post. And remember, the judge can always change their mind. They can always change that bond. They can revoke it. So, that can definitely change. So, this is just the news we have now. So a warrant and a bench warrant, Tammy, sure, basically pretty much the same, but a warrant can be issued out for anything, okay? Warrant for your arrest in case, oops, let's get this, say you break the law, right? And they need to find you and they know where you're at. They're going to go to a judge and get a warrant for your arrest. That could be for drugs. That could be for anything. A bench warrant is going to have to do mainly when you're violating something that has to do with the courts, okay? So you don't show up for your hearing. You don't show up for your probation. A good example was Skimask parents. Oops, I think the computer, it didn't die. Good. Skimask parents, right? They were subpoenaed. Court-ordered subpoena to show up to court. They didn't show up to court, okay? Technically, if that judge wanted to be an a-hole, he could have issued out a bench warrant to pick them up. And when you ask, well, what could he issue out the bench warrant for? Well, it's for contempt of court. So, that's pretty much the difference there. I could be incorrect. So if you do know and I was incorrect, please go ahead and, correct me. But I'm pretty sure that is what that means, all right? Well, he did give his parents $4,000. Yeah, sure he did. And I'll tell you this. If he really paid or somebody paid, I don't really think it's as much as he said. But let's just figure $3,000, right, for the lawyer. I think he said it was $5,000. Let's just figure this, $3,000 for the lawyer, right? Somebody paid that. At this point, that $3,000 just went to total waste with the fact that this guy is now going to jail. All right? Everything the lawyer did for him just went down the toilet. And I think that's crazy, one, but hey, look who we're dealing with, right? So, He's not the brightest crayon in the box, as they say. Sharpest tool in the shed, as they say. Frankly, he probably just doesn't give a shit because he says, I'm 40 years old. I ain't got nothing going on for me. I don't give a fuck about life. And all I care about is YouTube and Cash Apps so I can continue to buy my weed and my other hard drugs. That's it. He's living the life of a substance abuser right now. He's just hiding it behind the camera, and obviously he's not done a good job of it. We've already seen multiple incidences of him pretty much tweaking out in front of everybody, and all he's done now is just got a little bit better of closing his mouth and keeping his jaw from tweaking out is it, okay? The guy has not stopped what he's doing, all right? As a matter of fact, that's why his begging has increased, because it's gotten worse. The guy's probably consuming a lot more of it. He obviously hasn't slept in a week. He looks like shit. He's lost total amount of weight. He doesn't eat. Come on. Those are all obvious signs of obviously what he's doing, and that's the only thing he cares about right now, okay? So going to jail is going to hurt the guy. Think about it. He's going to go through some pretty serious withdrawals, but hey, you're going to have to pay the crime. And ultimately, I hope this does change or help the guy, because it sounds like some people do have a little bit of faith in him, and some people may even give him the chance to possibly see his family later down the road, okay? But the only way that even could possibly happen is this guy's got to take control of his life. And at this point, if he doesn't give a shit about what anybody else says, the only thing that's going to change anything with a person like that, if it can, remember, if it can, is going to just be incarcerated. And I hope wherever he gets incarcerated at, that they put him through a good anger management program, through a good substance abuse program, and I hope he listens to everything. I hope he gets his shit in order. And remember, just because he got his shit in order for this charge doesn't mean it's done. He's got to answer to Wagner County. He's got to answer to Nevada. He's got to answer to New Jersey. He's got to answer to probably a lot of other states that might be, issuing charges with all these threats he's been making. So, this is not the end of the story for him. Could be the end of the story for us for a while. And I hope his parents get a break from all this nonsense and all this harassment. Hell, we don't even know what else has gone on. Maybe there has been some violence, domestic violence, that just hasn't been reported. So, there's a lot that can pretty much go on from today. Obviously, Skimask is worried about. So, that's why he didn't look too healthy today, man. That guy's complaining about a headache, and I liked how, all his viewers are like, Skimask, drink some caffeine, take a little Advil. Oh, that's not going to help what he has. What he has is called withdrawals and just total nervousness, okay? Because he knows what's about to happen. Somebody just donated a Cash App. Let's see here. I just want to make sure I can holler at you. And I appreciate that Cash App. All right. Joe G, thank you so much for the $10 Cash App. Much appreciated. $10 Cash App for Joe G. I appreciate that, Joe G. Thank you so much. So, yeah. Skimask is definitely not going to be as cheerful as he always is this week. I can tell you that. And see, the first bit of news he was probably shaken up about, I don't know if he's just getting this breaking news now that they've already issued out the bench warrant. Because remember, this isn't this guy's first rodeo, okay? He probably knew that nothing was going to happen until a bench warrant got issued. And there you go, Skiwee. Bench warrant issued. So, all you're going to be waiting for next is... And like I said, best of luck for you. But I will say this. I think a lot of your viewers, and certainly the viewers here on NJ Courts, would like to see how you're doing. So I will offer you this. When you find yourself in a better, a good position where you feel that you're a lot better and healthier, obviously I don't want to speak to you a week into this sentence. I'm talking about, day 45, okay? I'd love to do a call with you or maybe an in-person visit and get a little interview from you. See how you're doing. See what's changed. See if you've gained some weight. See if mentally you're doing well. But like I said, the offer is there for you. My friend, I know you're a bit of a narcissist. Hey, Aline, welcome to the jury. So, you might take that offer, as crazy as it sounds, but it is there. But anyways, folks, I'm just gonna end this here soon. If there's a few more questions, I'll be happy to answer. It is gonna be kind of the afternoon for me, and I've got a few other in real life things I've got to handle. Take your shirt off for Ella, the RR show. Ooh. Well, I already showed some skin. If you just go back, or if you can't go back, just catch the replay. You can see all that at the beginning, okay? We were out in the hot tub. Unfortunately, it didn't work out too good with the transmission, so. But hey, Ken McDonald. Hey, Melly. Hey, RRR. Seeing some new names in here. But yeah, that was, like I said, we weren't doing this as a show or anything. We just had some breaking news to break. I do plan on doing a show this week. It's going to be a really good show. Possibly might be breaking the news as far as which court coverage we're going to be attending at the end of this month. Maybe not still, but it's definitely going to be a good show. May even be one of the last shows before the court coverage, if that happens, okay? We're almost there as far as fundraising, so I'm pretty sure it is going to happen. And on that show, we're going to give you a total so we can figure out what exactly we're short of just to get the plane ticket there. Like I said, that's all we need to do is just to get the plane ticket there, and I'll worry about the rest. I've heard a Cash App here, so let me just recognize that. And I do see the anonymous. thank you for that $5 Cash App. Keep up the good job. I appreciate that. Thank you for that Cash App, Anonymous. I really, really appreciate that. So with that being said, if you guys have any other questions, just leave some comments at the bottom of the VOD. If you enjoyed this breaking news, I appreciate a thumbs up before you leave for the afternoon or evening, depending on where you're at. And if you haven't subscribed, I appreciate a subscription to the main channel. But I'm also building up the Clips channel, which a lot of you have subscribed to, so much appreciated. For some of you that may not have heard, I'm going to start separating the news and the clips. And I'm going to start moving over a lot of the clips and putting out a lot of new clips that I didn't have a chance to put out on the main channel over onto NJCOURTSTV clips. I think it's literally just the @NJCOURTSTV clips, and you should find it. But I'll probably post a link in one of the next VODs. But yeah, thank you tonight to everybody who donated. Thank you to everybody who supports the channel. I want to welcome all the new jury members tonight, probably about, I think, 10 of you. And thank you for everybody that gifted those jury memberships today, okay? Thank you all so much for that. All the Cash Apps, I appreciate that. The super stickers, the super chats. We even today, this morning, received some other donations. I'll shout out those people on the next VOD because I do need to just make sure that they want to be shouted out before I do. But thank you all so much. I really appreciate the support. We're getting really close to hitting the fundraiser goal for the next court coverage, so I'm really excited about that. And look forward to the next show coming up this week, okay? So with that being said, I want to wish everybody a good evening. Thank you for tuning in to NJ Courts. And if we have any other breaking news, you know that's going to happen, okay? And I'll hit that with you. So make sure you got those notifications turned on. That way, if something happens today, tomorrow, tonight, in the morning, boom. You know what I'm talking about, folks. And welcome to the Refugees. Snert, perfect name. And I also had a suggestion that we're going to be playing next time an intro to welcome the Refugees with some Tom Petty, okay? Thank you for that recommendation. So, everybody, have a good night. We'll see you later this week. Happy Easter Monday for some of y'all. Take care, and I hope you had a great holiday weekend. Love you guys. Love all the new jury members, all the supporters. Thank you to all my mods, and I want to say thank you to all the mods for doing such a great job last night. I really appreciate y'all hanging in there the last 2 late nights with me and doing a great job with the chat. And thank you all the members, all the chatters. You guys are doing really awesome, and I really enjoy watching and reading the chat, okay? And if you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach me out on my Instagram. It's a public Instagram, so you can reach out to me, get a hold of me. If you have any questions, please let me know. Again, thank you all and have a wonderful evening. Love you guys. Take care.